Well, hello there YouTubers, the modelers. This is Chris at Folly Models, and now we've finished that little tangent build, or taking the fork road off to painting a couple of figure pieces. I'm now back to the de Havilland Mosquito. That's the fighter bomber Mark 6. Or if you so wish, the Night Fighter Mark II. But that's the Tamiya kit in 1/48 scale. And this was basically the basket case that I've started. Again, another salvage job, another restoration job, call it what you will, hair pulling job. So this is the progress so far. A little mini update on this. We have made some progress, mainly due to the attention I've paid lovingly to the crew's quarters, and that's kind of a first for me in this scale, the 1/48. Nothing special by a lot of other modeler standards, but I'm quite pleased with the way this part has turned out. So I've used quite a lot of washes in there for the detailing, building up the layers. A few parts were missing, as I mentioned in the previous video. This kit was basically a jumble cell find and a glue bomb, as it's known, and so there were parts missing off the console, like this piece here in the pilot section. So I've had to build that, carve that out of scratch, out of a bit of styrene, and paint it. But it doesn't look too bad. For the seats, I'm going to add some, well, for the safety harnesses, I'm going to add some little strips in there, some little scratch built strips for the safety harnesses. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Oh, and underneath you've got the bomb load. You can see that there. It might help if I put it in the field of view of the camera. The fuel tanks, painted up quite nicely, not too bad. Managed to get pretty much, I think it's pretty much the right colour. Just kind of a dark kind of oxide reddish colour. And the dark green, the dark black green for the bombs themselves. And here's the other section from the radios and the radars. There's a little section there that's been painted up. So there's some progress has been made. It's not as though we've just basically been painting a few bits up. There was quite a lot of prep work to be done, and as I mentioned on the first video, the idea was to try and rescue the landing gear from inside the wheel wells. That was the worst damage to the whole kit. Most of the kit was actually pretty intact and not that damaged at all, but the landing gear was terribly damaged. I tried every trick in the book, the freezing tricks in the fridge. I've done all kinds of things, standing on my head, trying to soften the things. No joy whatsoever. Absolutely solid, chock solid they were. There was only one solution in the end, and that was to literally just cut them all out. So I carved them out, and then, as you can see there in the wells, I've just basically washed in some alloy colours and some other darker washes. But you're not going to see that anyway, because this is going to be on a stand, obviously, because now I've got no landing gear. So it's going to be in flight position, which in some ways I'm kind of a little miffed about, to put it mildly. But then again, I think the Mosquito, such a beautiful aircraft, that what better way to see it than in flight mode, you know, the way God intended. Well, that's my excuse anyway. So what we've basically done here is I've sealed it up. So the landing gear is now closed. I've got to fill all this. It's got to be filled and sanded. See there. So that's all got to be filled and sanded. I've primed this basically in a black colour, sanded off lots of the with very fine wet and dry. I've sanded off a lot of the glue damage on there. Fortunately, it didn't take off any of the surface detail. And this being a Mosquito, there are no panel lines as such, apart from, you know, your ailerons, your main areas, because it was made out of wood, as aficionados will well realise. So that's the story with the wings. So yeah, landing gear was abolished basically. We're managing without it. I've just basically added a few washes into the fuselage areas there, so that's got to be addressed yet. Same on the reverse. I mean, I've sanded any damaged areas off and then primed it in black. Here's some more fuselage sections near the nose, near the cruise quarters. Again, washing a few details there. I might actually scratch a few more little parts for that, for those technical details up there. And the same goes for the other side, the port side of the aircraft there, look. And that's basically it. Some more parts painted on the sprues, so they're coming off shortly. So now I've got the main sub assembly done. The main sub assembly is done, so that's the main area of focus. Once that's achieved, then now I can put the aircraft together. So that was kind of an experience builder for me. That was quite a major hurdle doing this. So I am pleased with that. I did learn a lot from making this, and it's nice to build in a bigger scale as well, after doing those fiddly other little kits I was involved with. Spare parts taken off the sprues. There are no sprues left now apart from that one. Kept in a little container so I don't lose them to hand instantly. Other parts, like the main propellers, they've been painted up, and I think, blow the dust off it, it's that long since I've been at it on this. I think they've had a little coat of varnish as well on those, so that's, and then the propeller nose section there, and there's the other propeller. So all the main ancillaries, the main structure of the aircraft is pretty much on its way. There's some more. That's the rear wheel, the rear landing wheel. I guess I can get away with kind of putting that in at a certain angle, due to the absence of the main landing gear. So yeah, I want to get my teeth into this. I mean, I really enjoyed getting it to this stage, and there's a couple more little that's the wing bombs here, so they're going on the outboard wing sections. It's going to be the, you know, fighter bomber Mark 6 is the one I'm going to make, so I can practice the camouflage painting techniques more on it, and it really is the best paint scheme for the Mozzie anyway. But saying that, I think I might pick up one of the cheap new tool Airfix kits in 1/72 scale, which I've already made one of, which was another salvage job, but just to make the night fighter version, see if I can make black look interesting. That might be an idea. So anyway guys, thanks for tuning in and watching, and this is the story so far. This is the stage we're at with the progress on the Tamiya de Havilland Mosquito Fighter Bomber Mark 6. And I hope to see you all on the next video. Bye for now.